Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel for this episode 4 here on St. Edward with me, Farmer Murphy. Well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, October 8th, the last day of the month. Now, the last time we were together was October 6th, and we did finish mulching up that field, and the rest of the family worked on that corn harvest. The next day, we got rained out fairly early in the day. Before 11 o'clock, we got rained out for the day, so we didn't accomplish a lot. And if we look at the weather forecast for today, um, you can see that we are going to be rained out for the entire day. Now, if we take a look at the map here, zoom out. Let's go back this way. You can see here when it updates, there we go, that we have a large chunk of the field now done. We should be able to complete this area that's left, I'm thinking, in one good day, but it isn't going to be today. So I just thought I'd bring you in to update you because we are facing a weather delay, and it will be sometime in November when we finish our corn harvest. So I will bring you back in when we can get into the field. So see you in a little bit. Well, good morning and welcome back to the farm. It is actually the following day, November 1st, and it looks like we've got a little better day here in store. And in fact, if we check out the forecast, we'll see that there's nothing until after midnight. There's a shower coming in. So hopefully with a good push, we can get that corn harvest done today. So that's the first thing I'm going to do this morning is help get the family set up and going on that. Be the same crew that was working on it last time. Sarah will likely be in the harvester, Emily in the grain cart, and Jim running the semi. So once I have that process all going, then we are going to go and do something else. So let me get that corn harvest on the go, and I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Well, it's a little after 8 o'clock. Corn harvest is well underway. Didn't have as much maintenance to do today because yesterday was such a short day, so got going fairly quickly. So what we're up to is we are going to combine this, well, what is a small field on here in with this larger field and make one field. Might be easier if we take a look at the map. So basically this field 39 we're going to combine with 6, so it'll just be one field. So that's what we're up to. Aunt May, before she left, reiterated that we were to treat this as if it was our farm, and because she said it's hers and Uncle Harold's hope that it will be, and I mean, I can't see any reason why we wouldn't take them up on their offer, especially after having a Stone Valley fall through. I think it's incredibly generous of them. So she's working on getting that power of attorney set up. That isn't quite done, and also she's busy looking for a place in Omaha, and once she gets that done, as I said, she'll be moving out of the house. So we are still staying in the fifth wheel for now. And May did say that we could, make ourselves comfortable in the house, but it's okay. We're doing all right in the fifth wheel. We don't need to make it seem like we're pushing her out the door, that's for sure. Now, once we get this plowed in, I'm not seeing any. I'm assuming we'd have to pick rocks here. Oh yeah, there they are. So we'll have to pick the rocks, and then we can line the entire field. Now, I imagine it's going to take a fair bit of lime. Um, but with the big truck being tied up with the corn harvest, um, I guess we could take the body job and go get some lime, but I think it'll only hold basically one hopper full for the John Deere lime spreader. But if we get this other work done, I guess that's what we'll have to do for now. Now we still have that 90,000 of our own money. I suppose we could invest in a trailer and utilize our old international for that. Hmm, that's a thought. Maybe we'll do that. When it comes time to sell all this product, um, an extra vehicle might not hurt because we're going to have a lot of corn to truck. Well, that's the easy part done. All right, I will get this back to the yard and we'll get set up for some rock picking. Means we'll get to run some more, new to us equipment, let's put it that way. So I'll see you back out here at the field when we're ready to start picking these rocks. See you in a little bit. Well, we're out at the field with our rock picker and our trusty old 7810. Now this will be interesting because this rock picker does not like uneven ground too much. And if it is a bit uneven, you can help things out by having a larger tractor pull it. So I've not used this particular combination, so we'll see how it goes. I think we'll be okay on this little area where we've plowed, but we might run into some areas. We'll have to plow up that cornfield, and that means we'll need to pick all the rocks over there. That might be where we run into some troubles. We'll see. So far, so good. Now, I didn't bring the other. I was going to originally thinking of bringing over the other tractor and the trailer, and I thought, well, we just see if there's enough rocks here to fill it up. Might as well just go. You know what? What we'll do here is let's just sort of across. Now it looks like we should be pretty close to being able to get this just in 2 passes here, as long as I don't drive too crazy. I'm just we'll see if stone stays on, because can you imagine how long it's going to take to pick the stones in that cornfield? Don't know if I've got the patience for that. Well, that went okay on that leg. Let's scoot over to the other side here and hopefully it goes as well. Now we got to figure out what to do with these stones. I hadn't really thought about that. You just create a stone pile. We'll have to think on that one. Oh, yeah, there had a little bit of a... You can see it kind of slide sideways. The problem is there's just no flex in these, in the rock picker arms. So if you use a big heavy tractor, like I'd use something like if we were with John Deere, like a 7R, you know what I'd use. Way oversized, but it helps keep the rock picker in control. We may end up having to use our 8RX over, oh, I missed a little spot there, over in that cornfield. Should be interesting. Now, as soon as we're done that corn harvest, we'll start doing some fall work on there. We still need to lime this field, and we need to plow, rock pick, and lime the cornfield. Well, there, we did it. And we didn't have to unload. What I think I'll do is I'm going to head back to the yard and we will dump these in that trailer for now. And we'll see if we can find a spot to get rid of them. So I'll get set up for that and I'll bring you back in a minute. Well, I did come up with a plan for these stones. We're just going to dump them in the trailer and leave them in there because we're going to have more stones off the cornfield. So no sense of worrying about these few stones that we have here. We'll get a trailer load and then we'll deal with them. As you can see, not many there at all. We'll run this back up to the shed and put it where we found it. This was just tucked away in the Quonset up here. I'll see how good a job we can do backing this in here. I've done better, I've done worse. Well, there we go. So that's taken care of for now. I'll put this tractor back in the shed, and it's the same shed that the trailer and the small yard tractor will go in. And we'll figure out what we're going to do about some lime here, because that's the next thing we need to do on that field. So I'll bring you back in when I've got a plan regarding that. Well, I took a look in this silo system that supposedly is for uh, field inputs, and it is totally empty. So it's so new, it hasn't been used at all. But I did check out, and there is a local ag store for us, literally around the corner. So we could have them delivered to our silo for an extra charge, but I think we'll jump in the old Ford here and we'll run over and pick up a couple loads ourselves. And that'll at least get us started and we can figure out how much we're going to need. Let's get this old girl fired up. Now, we were very fortunate. It's right handy here. It's that building we can see just off to our right there. Oops, we're not turning that way. Now, I suspect it's just straight ahead there. I'm going to assume we'll have to jump out of cab for this here particular operation. Yes, sir. That's what we want. Lime. Now, field inputs are more pricey on this map. The author did that intentionally. So, of course, there are lower cost options available to us. But at least for this initial round of crops, we're going to use everything that is provided on the map, no matter the cost. Well, I'm going to run this back and get it dumped into our silo. And I'll probably make another, oh, I bet you we're safe to make a couple more trips. So I'll get that done and then we can start liming the field. So I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Well, just pulling into the yard here with our third and final load of lime. So each load cost us $4,400, and it's 23,000 liters. So we spent just a tad over $13,000 for basically 80,000 liters, 79,000 liters of lime. We'll see how far that gets us. Hopefully it does a significant amount, but we're going to find out here right away. Meant to turn that marker off, but I forgot. But oh well. We'll gave me something to aim at anyway. There we go. This old girl handled that quite well. Now, if we got an auger, we could actually use this to cart lime to the field and fill the lime spreader up with it. And we actually may do at some point. We'll just see how far a tank load of lime goes. But we'll get this old girl parked up, and then we'll fire up the lime spreader and get that job on the go. There we go. We got a little dirt on it. Yeah, we just have to run across the yard. Need to get my exercise anyways. That took longer than I thought it would. I'll probably cut some of that out. Well, here's our lime spreading unit. Or I guess more properly, Uncle Harold and Aunt May's lime spreading unit. But we'll head up to the silo here and we'll get her filled up with lime. And we'll get going on this project. Now I assume we load up at the same place we unloaded. I bought a cab here. I don't see a pipe on here. Oh, don't tell me the pipe's on the backside. Never even thought to look. Oh no. Got lucky there. So there really isn't an outgoing pipe. Let me turn those markers back on. It's just the one marker. Yeah. Ah, there we go. Oh, 69,000, 70,000 odd. I think I said 80. I misspoke there. So I might not have just been over quite far enough. But we got her. Would have been kind of a nice addition to this mod, actually, if they actually had a pipe. But, oh wow. Can't have everything. Okay. I'll just leave you guys out of cab here. So hopefully we can avoid any major camera collisions. Because the field we want is right here. And what I'll do is I'll do a headland and then I'll use GPS. Oops, better turn it on, I guess. Okay, so now why is it not going on? There we go. Operator error as usual. Sneak out on here onto the road here. Get spun around. Oh, there's another truckload going to be on its way shortly. We should get an idea how far along they are when we get up along here. I think it's around noon, or maybe a little after. Oh yeah, they should finish up today, I would think. Looks like they've accomplished about half of what needed to be done, maybe even a little bit more. So as long as the weather holds, we'll be all right. All right, well, you know what? I think we're going to be running, kind of pushing the time here. So I'll finish the headland, and we'll see what we've got left for lime. And then I'll bring you back in, and we'll do a little bit of this in cab using GPS. So I'll see you in just a few minutes. Okay, we're going to do a few runs here now using GPS. So we can do that in cab. Now I ended up doing two laps around, or two headland runs, and that used almost all of one box load of lime. And after this, we have enough for about 1 3/4 loads. And then we'll be out of lime. So it'll be interesting to see. We should be pretty close, I'm thinking, to being done. Oh, can't see it all out there. It is just about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And away we go again. And it means that there's no overlap. If we jump out of cab quick and zoom out, so we can get it done in as few runs as possible doing it this way. This guy zooms right along when it's spreading. It's not as wide as some, but it's pretty quick. Goes pretty fast. Now this will be the last process we have to do on this field. It'll be ready to seed in the spring now. Now I do hope that row crop works out. We're running right on the edge of where my PC can handle. And I've heard some say that it takes a lot more grunt, graphically that is, should say, and then I've had others say it doesn't, so I guess we'll find out in the spring, but I hope it does. If we have too many issues, then we can just go with regular corn and give up on the row crop. If it's just the odd little stutter here and there, I can actually deal with that in editing pretty easily. But if it's anything major, then I could still correct it, but it just becomes too time consuming. Well, we've got room to run here, so we'll run right out to the end to make sure we don't miss any before we make our turn. Now I'm not using cruise control. I'm actually controlling the speed with the throttle. The reason for that is because there's such a big speed differential between spreading and where I want to turn. It's just a little easier that way. Although there are pre-programmed buttons you can set up for cruise, and I have used those, but I find it's just as easy to use the pedal. Yes, we could be looking around here a little bit. Unfortunately, the mirrors are not much help in this operation. Well, maybe we'll do a whole run here on the cab. Now that does not seem right. Oh shoot. No, it's not, but that's all right. I can fix that up. I mustn't have gotten it turned on. Every once in a while I hit the wrong button on my thumbstick. Or you might say, Farmer Murphy, it's more than every once in a while. But that's what happened there. We're actually gonna run out of line before we hit the end. Yes, sir. We've got a lot of field to do. So I'm gonna have to take that back. 1 3/4 loads is not gonna get the job done. Oh, well, I'm used to digging my foot out of my mouth. Anyways, I think that's pretty close to an episode. We'll leave you there. And when we bring you back in, this should be limed, and I will let you know how much more lime I need to go and buy. And the corn harvest should be done, and we can take a look at how much corn we've gotten. So if you're still with me, I really appreciate you watching. If you haven't already, I encourage you to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to see when other content like this lands, hit that old notification bell. But for this episode, here on St. Edward, it's Farmer Murphy signing off.